What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button and subscribe, my friends. Thank you all for being here. It is the 10th day of April. Here we are sitting at about $0.00475 with roughly 10 hours and 31 minutes left in the day. Moving sideways, we're at the same exact areas that we've been now. I mean, really since like the 31st of March, if not the very first days of this month here in April. All of April has just been this little sideways range, and we're kind of on the brink of destruction and the brink of salvation at the same time. So it depends on what we do here. I am expecting that Bitcoin, maybe we pump up a little bit here, but I am expecting that Bitcoin will kind of come back down below 68K. In that time of dropping, my concern is that OnyxCoin will follow the flow, and if we see that flow following to any degree, that would likely take us below these lows here, and that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. That really does open up the door for us to drop below 0.004 overall. Maybe Bitcoin pumps back later, and then maybe OnyxCoin pumps back later too. But where does it pump to? It probably just pumps to a lower high. You know what I mean? So we want to avoid that, and I think the best way to avoid that is to get a little bit of a leg up before Bitcoin does its dump, and then we can maybe dump with it, but from a higher position, and then build some positive structure instead of negative structure. Let's look at the short-term stuff. I doubt we're going to see anything new here. There's really not a whole lot to talk about. Let's actually look first on the Onyx page. I wonder, is the staking still on Ethereum or is it on Goliath? I wonder. Who's used the new Goliath swap? I have. So the Onyx wallet, they're going to update it soon so that Goliath is functioning, so that the liquid staking is functioning on the Onyx wallet. If we look at Onyx right now, let's just see if this loads. Eligible men will soon be automatically registered for military draft. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to register anyways once you turn 18. So it's like now instead of you doing it of your own volition, you'll be registered anyways. That doesn't mean you're drafted. It just means you're available for the draft. Which I'm pretty sure again at 18 you're supposed to do that anyways. Let's see here. Letting this load, waiting for this thing to load. We're all going to die waiting for this thing to load, so maybe I won't do that. I'm wondering, what I was trying to get to here is, I'm wondering if when this wallet opens up, if that's when we will see a true migration go from the Ethereum protocol staking to the Goliath protocol staking. Because most of the coins are still staked on Ethereum, and Onyx, the Onyx team and chain and the large investors, they're probably the ones that definitely the ones that have the top wallets. The amount of coins that are staked on Goliath right now is like 138 million. There's like 6 billion still staked on Ethereum. So I wonder if this integration here, or if this update will allow the integration to happen, because that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I think I don't know what you'd call me. I don't know what word I'm looking for here, but I have a belief, and maybe it's wrong. I could be wrong about this belief, but I believe when that integration happens, when we do get the XCN migrated to Goliath, we might see a little bit of a bump because of that. That might be something that we're waiting for here. I don't know. Anyways, 0.00476, 10 hours, 27 minutes left in the day. Let's get into the short-term stuff here. Not a whole lot to talk about, guys. We're just choppy and sideways. There's no gaps to the upside. There's no gaps to the downside. The RSI is shaping up a little bit. The stochastics are as well, but whatever. They've shaped up before, and we didn't really have much of a pump. So sure, we might move up a little bit in the hours to come, but I'm not expecting too much. 4-hour time frame here, looking at this. The stochastics, the MACD. MACD is kind of right at a point to reject. Stochastics are choppy and sideways, not reliable. RSI is shaping up as the one bullish thing here, but really you're just neutral overall, so it's not really that bullish, honestly. These kind of actually have more of a bearish look to them, where this could have some kind of bullish look. They're all neutral right now, truly neutral, but again, I'm not really expecting much to come from this. Daily time frame, the RSI, in my opinion, does look bearish at the moment with these lower highs and lower lows, and we could drop down to the oversold zone. What we want to see is a bounce off the oversold zone, like what we saw here, like what we saw here, here, and here. We want to see a bounce off the oversold zone, and hopefully that breaks us out of this lower high dynamic. But something like that will take time. It would be the second half of the month that we see any kind of upside at that rate. Stochastics are coming up, coming out of the oversold zone. That's nice to see, but if we reject here, that would be bad. So again, kind of in a precarious situation. It would be better if we broke out of this now. If we didn't go to the oversold zone, that would be better. We did hold the 40 as support. There is a positive there, but I don't know. I don't know how to think of it, how to take it. The MACD crossed above the zero, came back down. You are in a bearish posturing now. Just because we're about to cross doesn't mean that we will. Sometimes you get to this point where you're about to cross and then you build more bearish momentum down later. Let's see if we can find an example. You know, kind of like this here, actually, where you're about to cross, but then you built more bearish momentum. You know, here it looks like you're about to cross, and then you reject, you build more bearish momentum. So that can happen as well. We're in a wait and see environment. That's not new. We're all aware of that. We've been aware of that for quite some time now. The expectation here is one of two things, really. We're either in some type of Bart-like formation, where we will prevail back to the upside, and with a vengeance at that, or we're about to drop, and if we drop, we're going to take out these lows. Then comes the real question: do we hold higher lows over here, or do we go below 004? My thoughts would be that if we break through these lows, we will inevitably go below 004. That would be my thoughts here, because we're breaking some serious structure that we set up over the past few months now, and really even beyond, and we're showing our hand to the downside. So breaking below these lows, my opinion would be then that we go down to the extension levels from this low to this high, and that at a minimum is 00409 at a minimum, which would be like a double bottom, which there's hope, but likely targets would be below 004. And we'll see how that goes. I've got nothing else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you all for being here. It is the 10th day of April. Hopefully we get some movement to the upside before too much longer here, because I do expect Bitcoin to probably sell off here over the coming days. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.